And joining me now live in the studio is attorney Trey Branham with Branham Law Group. Thanks for coming in. I know you guys are busy right now.
Absolutely.
People are getting a scope of the damage finally. They're going to be filing those insurance claims. You say, though, they should be careful when signing on the dotted line. What do you mean?
Sure. Well, you always need to know how much damage. And to know how much damage you've got going on, you really need to have some folks who know what they're doing come in and understand what's going on with your house, not just from the appearance, but from the structure.
So how do you know if you're getting the right settlement? How do you know?
Yeah,
you're not an expert.
And that's right. And so what's real important is to make sure that you get somebody out there who does know, who is an expert in the structures, roofs, foundations of houses. I've even seen where bricks have come off the house. That type of damage, there's possibly structural damage. So you need somebody who's an expert to come out and look and talk with your insurance company and make sure the insurance company knows how much damage there is.
So what should homeowners look for at this point and of the process?
Well, I think the first thing to do is get out there and understand the damage. And that means getting involved with contractors, folks who are going to come in and fix the house. And so getting a good, reputable contractor. Friends and family recommendations are great. Better Business Bureau recommendations are great. All of those things, so you've got some folks on your side to tell you what the total damage is going to look like.
Okay, worst case scenario here. Let's say that you take a settlement and you realize you did not get enough money to fix the problem.
Well, it's a very dangerous thing, and that's why you want to make sure you know up front, because it's entirely possible that when you've signed on the dotted line that's it, and you've released all your claims. So making sure that you understand what you're settling, that you understand whether you can go back if there's hidden damage or not, all very important.
You have sued, though, for that, right?
Sure. I've been involved in cases in which there were settlements that didn't cover all the damage, or perhaps the insurance company wasn't willing to cover all the damage, and sometimes, you need to deal with that.
Okay, after the insurance adjuster comes in, then the homeowner needs to rebuild. But there's a chance of a bogus contractor coming in. We always hear about, I guess roofers have the worst reputation, the one who comes through town. What do you look for? How do you know if somebody is reputable or not?
Well, I think your point is a great one. That is, if they're knocking on your door, they're not real busy, and there may be a reason for that. And so making sure that you get great recommendations. Friends and family is a great place to start. Who's had work done on their house? If you don't have that, there's always Angie's List. That's a great place to start. Better Business Bureau. You want to make sure that you got a contractor that's bonded, who is going to show up, do the work, and don't write a check all up front. Don't pay for the whole thing up front. Piecemeal it out.
That's always a sad thing we see happens. Usually an older person will trust someone and write a check up front, and then the person disappears, right?
That's right. And when that money is gone, it's almost impossible to get it back if it's a fly-by-night operation.
They show you paperwork, they show you licenses. Those can be duplicated pretty easily, right?
Sure.
And they can be fake.
You bet. And in Texas, there's not even a requirement that a general contractor be licensed. So, one of the things that you want to make sure that you're doing is investigating who they are. Ask for references, and not one or two references. You want to know what they've done and where they've done it. Ask for them, and if they can't give them to you, maybe it's time to look for somebody else. Okay,
let's say you did get taken advantage of. Is there any way to track down a bogus contractor?
It really depends on, how many people they've taken advantage of. Can we find them? Can we go get the money? There's lots of fact-intensive issues about that, but it sure is better to do the work up front.
All right, thanks for coming in. As I said, I know it's a very busy time for you guys.
Thanks very much.
Helping out a lot of people.